This project is my interpretation of my subculture's thoughts on how the museum could bring my subculture, the Hispanic community, into a feared establishment. This digital story project should be a good way to help explain. I think this subculture would think that the museum is a place for others. The very first thought by coming to the museum that comes to my mind is a place of culture, animals, and history, all joined together. Interactive teaching session taught by people who would like to teach us about their very own culture. I remember going to the Children's Museum when I was young. The museum was full of really nice things, like tubes to walk through, and after each tube there was a picture. If you had any questions, there was somebody there to help us understand the exhibit. There is nothing like seeing people interact, but for some reason I found myself alone and uninterested in the lifeless pieces of paper telling me it once existed. I walked into the North American Indian culture exhibit, found myself staring at a young, lifeless mannequin in hopes that she would be able to tell me something about her culture and maybe show me around. I imagined what I would ask her about the machine she was using. So many questions came to my mind. If only she was human. I think it would have been so cool just to see the feathers, war paint, and weapons they used. I really would have more fully enjoyed the exhibit if a real icon, a warrior, an Indian mother, or just some random kid playing with toys that kept them entertained. This would have made me believe that the building and I weren't so lonely and very much so empty. Instead, this fear of offending the investors sounds like a desperate plea for financial help. I was told that it was the investors that paid the bills. This fear of the ones who pay the bills had set in my mind. There are people like me that enjoy a real experience from real people of the exhibited culture. In my mind, I like to be able to create things that defines how I feel inside. For example, I have a truck that I'm working on. This truck is black in color and sits low like a race car. I am curious to see the talent in this world and the beauty that each culture provides. For now, my presence in the museum is nothing but a mere inconsistency